Hello and welcome. I am Scrapperlock, and this is City of Heroes on the Rebirth server. We are playing in Iron Man mode with our level 17 Guardian, Captain Cyclone, who's got about 14,000 XP to go to get to level 18 in our next superpower. We've got a million influence thanks to selling stuff on the auction house, and we now have a full set of dual origin enhancers. We have double accuracies on all of our attacks. We've got some accuracy on Gale Winds. We've got our defenses well slotted. Now I've got two endurance reducers on the defenses that are eventually going to have, like Static Shield is going to need a resistance on it, right? It's going to actually need triple resistance. Also, atmospheric composition, eventually we're going to want one single origin and three resistances. But because we're on dual origins and endurance is going to be an issue with this character if we keep running toggles, I've got double endurance DOs that acts like a single endurance SO. And that'll get me a good preview of how this character, without anything on the stamina yet, how this character acts in terms of having two toggles on with single origin endurance reducers. It'll tell me if I'm going to need another one and that sort of thing. We should be fine with these two dual origins. We've got build up on triple recharge. It's obviously not as good as triple single origins. We're not going to put any more slots in build up right now. We're going to start now working pretty heavily the attacks. I do want to finish up Static Shield. We want to get that psychic resistance in, but we don't need it right away, so it's sort of going to be maybe one slot at a time here and there. We've got our health and stamina slotted, so we're going to be working our attacks pretty heavily. We might want to do some more in Gale Wind, but not yet, because we can increase the distance of knockback with a power like this, but we cannot increase the probability of knockback. There's no enhancer to do that. Just like with build up, you can enhance the 2-hit buff, but you can't enhance the damage buff, right? So if you want to do more damage with it, you can't. You can only increase the 2-hit probability. So we're going to be working Lightning Bolt especially. We're definitely going to be working Charge Bolts. And then we've got another attack coming, I think, at level 18, because we've got 4 and 4, and so we want to put another primary in. We're on a story arc for Fault Line. We're on the Fault Line storyline, so here we are, ready to help FusionNet again. I do want to point out, we got a little unlucky, I guess, in we're trying to do this on hard mode and ended up with some -1 missions. Same thing happened to, I'm playing a Stalker offline, not recording it. But, whoa, 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 and that is a good way to accidentally die. Um, what, I'm too used to playing my Stalker, right, where you turn on hide and then you're fine. So, we're going to see if we can pull this guy out. What I was going to say about dying is, unfortunately, we do have some resistance to this guy because we have our integration or whatever it is on. What I was going to say about dying is that as much better as I am at playing something like a Stalker or a Scrapper compared to a character like this, which is sort of like a semi-Scrapper, semi-Blaster, if you're watching this and thinking, well, this guy's never going to die, right? Because we're at level 17, we really haven't died yet, and we come maybe a little close a couple times, but things have been pretty good for this character. Well, my Stalker is level 16, and she's already died 3 times. I just got really unlucky with her. One of the things that happened was I was in some story arc where I fought a lieutenant. I was just a lieutenant at level 5, and well, you don't have mess defense at level 5 as any character. Even tankers don't have it yet. And he stunned me, and then I had to stand there and die. Like, I couldn't do anything, and the stun lasted so long that this NPC is going to come with us. The stun lasted so long that I couldn't do anything. I couldn't heal, and I just got basically fried. And so, yeah, that was the first death. And then, yeah, I think several times I died to Mez. Now, this character didn't. We got very lucky with that. And this character now has the Mez defense. By the way, my Stalker now has it also. let's head downstairs. This guy's going to be an aggroing pain in the neck because he'll just aggro whatever's around. So yeah, I ended up getting into a lot of trouble with that character, and mezzed a couple times, and then at one point I think I came around the corner and I thought, oh yes, so one of the times I died, there are these rock creatures in the hollows, and I was in a mission to defeat all of them, I think, and I didn't realize at first they have a little AOE, an area effect that's always on, kind of like this aura that does damage, and so it interrupts your assassination, and it basically unhides you. Right, as soon as you take the damage, you get like you appear, and so I thought I was hidden, and that was a mistake. I shouldn't have blown him down there, but that's all right. We can fly, so we're fine. I didn't realize I had been unhidden. I just wasn't ready for that. I did not know they could do that, and so I got pounded and defeated that way. So she's died like 3 or 4 times, and her first death was level 5. So if that had been a hard mode character, I would have had to delete her at level 5. Now it's not. It's Twilight Raven, who's just like basically my current main character now. That Quintessence Lass and Tiger Striker level 50. She's working on building up prestige to add stuff to my like personal base because Quintessence Lass isn't going to be played that much anymore, and she's already gained like 25,000 prestige for the group. I was able to add another let's go ahead and knock these guys down. I was able to add another control to it, so I have like extra control on it, and now it's going to be make a new room and start making teleporters. So fortunately, these guys will be helping us, so that will help. Now we have to defeat Curse. I wonder how they were allowed to do this. Curse, Kurse, as a character that showed up in Walt Simonson's Thor. So I'm surprised they were allowed to use the name with that spelling. I don't know. And that's an over aggro. It's not so bad because these guys are with us so they can help me out. Although, usually the NPCs are not actually helping. Yeah, these guys laying down on the ground is an easy way for me not to realize how many of them are here at once and accidentally over aggro. Again, having the NPCs does prevent insta-deaths, but if they're not here, yeah, I mean, we're not going to be able to just go through this character and get to level 50 without a death. It's just simply not going to happen. Sooner or later, somebody's going to nail me. Now, one advantage this character has is he does have sonic resistance, which none of my other characters have had, and so all of the enemies... Oh boy, this is an elite boss. Okay. No, don't aggro him. Do not aggro him. Come here with me, NPCs. Do not aggro him. Come over here. I want to get the other enemies out of here first before we fight Curse. If there are any. I thought there were some. Yeah, right here. Right? So let's see if we can pull them. Okay, that's good. Now, I don't know if I'm going to be able to knock Curse down. If I can, that'll be a whole different battle. Is FusionNet going to aggro Curse? No. Okay. So I think Curse is on the other side of this. Alright, so this is going to be rough. Don't know what abilities he has. Start with the top row. And we'll head in. We're going to do a knockback right away. See if that works. Nope, of course not. So that is a Mez right there. If we didn't have Mez defense, he would have pounded me. See if I can take the minion out so that he stops bothering us. Alright, and now we go after Curse. Doing okay. Oh, no, we can't let him get away. I think we've got him. Looks good. Alright, and we completed the mission. And we've got the amulet. Let's head out. This character is doing very well for an iron mode. Oh, now we have to fight Nocturne. Ooh, boy. So we need to stop Nocturne. This is a rough mission. I'm going to head over to the hospital. I think I'm going to keep the extra heal just in case. I'm going to head over to the hospital here and pick up... Actually, wait a minute. We've got email. Medium health endurance. Do we have any resistance? Let's go ahead and grab that. I think we want that. And then I'll just go ahead and pick up 2 hit and damage. So I think what I'll do is use these 2, and if they're not enough, then I'll use the special one. I mean, we do have some really nice resistance. I don't know exactly what type of damage she does. Alright, let's head to stop Nocturne's escape. I think we have to destroy... Don't we have to destroy subs at some point? So one issue is going to be later in this story arc when we're moving through the tunnels that are in the, like, open area. That's trouble, right? Even if we level up, if we die in that area when it's not inside an instance, then we can't... this is going to be underground, right? We can't res. Oh, now I got to remember how to get under there. I think it's over here. So this is an example of this. If there are, you know, enemy mobs that we have to fight outside, we cannot res. I can't use the mission teleporter. Alright guys, I'm gonna pause it here, and when I figure out how to get underground, I will bring you back. Alright, we're back. In case you're wondering, why do I never remember where these deep underground areas are? Well, there are like 7 or 8 of them throughout the city, and there's some in Brickstown, there's some here. I never remember one from the next. Like, I just don't go to them often enough. And half the time I just use the mission teleporter because I hate the whole thing of, like, trying to find the stupid entrance to the mission. Like, I guess the developers thought it would be a fun puzzle. To me, it's not. I want to do the mission, not figure out where the mission is. Let's blow you down. And then we'll fight this guy. That knockdown is super useful. Because it allows us to kind of mez them a little bit. And enemies often... The fewer enemies have knockback resistance than resistance to other types of mez. So you can knock back a lot of the guys that you can't mez any other way. Now, obviously not elite bosses, right? They give them resistance to nearly everything, but a lot of the other sort of generic enemies that have resistance to other things do not have resistance to knockback. So you can come over here and all of them go down, right? Now the Mew is resistant to it because it's floating. Hover gives you knockback resistance. You like flip around, but you don't pay the same price as everybody who gets knocked down and has to get up. You don't have to get up because you're already up. Now you can see that our endurance is starting to drain a little bit. That's because we don't have single origin stamina slots, right? Obviously that can't happen until level 22. By the way, if you're noticing, the XP is climbing like crazy. We are on triple XP. This is triple XP weekend. I don't care about that for this character. In fact, for any of my characters at this point, you know, like I played my Stalker last night on triple XP. It's fine. I'm not really... The rest of these characters that I've been playing since I have done so much with City of Heroes, I'm not really trying to savor them the way I was with my other characters, right? Certainly with Silver Phoenix, with Liberty Lass, with Tiger Strike, but we've been through a lot of this now, so I don't need to like try to savor the experience. And for a character like this, there's really nothing to savor because I don't expect him probably to get to single origins. And he certainly won't probably get into the 30s, right? So when he dies, we just delete him and make up a new character. You can see that our endurance is draining down pretty bad. I don't want to take the toggles off. So the reason is that every time that thing hits me, it drains some endurance, I believe. So we're going to have to take a stop here. Now, yes, you can land in the goop and recover, but it's just so gross that I don't like to land in the goop and recover if I can at all help it. We're about to be 18th level already in this episode, and that will get us our next superpower. So one thing that this character has benefited from, that so far, other than a little bit last night, my Stalker, who only gained from level 15 to 16 on triple XP, benefited from, is that this guy has been on triple XP several times, I believe. And so he's leveled up faster and gotten through like the vulnerable parts faster. Oh boy. Blood Widow. Let's see if we can knock her down. Yeah, that's what we want. Alright, and then this gives me a chance to pound her. Right, and it gives you a bit of a lead on the enemy, right? She hasn't been able to even strike me yet. And I've been able to shoot her down. Let's go ahead and take that. Right? And the Wolf Spider by himself is not really a big threat. He didn't get knocked down. Mostly because I wasn't really angling that much for him. I didn't really care if I got him in it or not. What I really wanted to do was get her in it. Right, and that knocked her down and kept her from attacking me. Oops. Yes, it is morning, and probably not a good idea to play on hard mode early in the morning when the sun is coming through my window, even with the blinds down. Because, especially with these guys, they're dark. Against a dark background, very hard to see for me at this time of day. Got to remember to use tab more. Okay, there we are. So this character is going to level up. That should make Nocturne doable. It also means if we die in this mission after leveling up, we will get a free res opportunity if this thing lights up for me. I think it will if we die. So we can... The rule is we can res once inside an instance if we have leveled up in that instance. Our defenses are holding up pretty well. Not bad. Oh boy, an orange lieutenant. That's going to be difficult. See if we can pull him. Ouch. All right, let's blow him down. Oh, it's a Mew Guardian. He's not gonna be knocked back. That's not good. We do have rest available. The biggest problem is going to be endurance with this guy because he's draining endurance from us. We're draining it from him. You can see his endurance is way down, but it doesn't really matter for NPCs. It doesn't seem to matter for them. They can still do stuff. How much does this thing cost? Is that what's eating up my endurance? It's only 7. It's not that bad. So it seems like draining him of endurance has stopped him from constantly pounding at me. He's out of endurance, so he can't do anything. That's just about the first time I've ever seen that happen to an NPC. Oh, he just hit me again. And we've leveled up! Excellent, we are level 18 now, guys. That is great. So if we survive this mission, which hopefully we should, we will be able to... go visit Mirror Spirit and get to 18th level. And that should give us another cool primary ability. Possibly Havoc Punch? Wow. 3 Mew Strikers, and they're not really susceptible to... they're not really susceptible to the knockback, but they were susceptible to the static chain reaction, whatever it's called. That's awesome. The chain lightning. Chain shock. Gotcha. We're definitely going to have to be a lot more up close and personal with this character as we get more melee attacks. But we're in good shape. I think this level up will save our lives, both because it makes Nocturne -1 to us, or +0 depending on how she was keyed, but also because it will give us a free in-mission res if we need it. So it's our fail-safe. I don't quite have the tactics down yet for this character in terms of sort of figuring out exactly how I want to do ranged versus melee attacks. I think it's going to take a while. I don't know if the character is going to live long enough for me to actually even figure that out. I think what I may want to do is lead with melee, like the more melee attacks I get. Actually lead with melee, hit them with a knockback, and then use the range as they come back to me. I think that may be more in line with how I'm going to like to play it. I don't know, we'll see. And I think my next character, after this one dies, will be a Corruptor. I'm going to try to do some more range stuff. I've done Brute, Stalker, and Mastermind. And now Guardian. So I think, let's do some Iron Man on stuff I haven't done and wouldn't normally do. And so that's going to be stuff like Corruptors and Blasters. I think I'm going to go I think I'm going to go Corruptor next, and then Dominator. And sort of, that will be all of the regular villain archetypes. And then there's Defender, there's Blaster. At some point I'll do Blaster. I don't know, maybe I'll do Blaster after Corruptor, we'll see. I don't expect most of them to live that long, especially the ones that I'm not as comfortable with, and the ones with no defenses are probably going to get themselves killed much earlier. Let's not be so euphemistic about it. I'll probably get them killed earlier, not on purpose, right? I'm not going to try to get any of my characters killed, but but I think at some point a Mez will hit those guys that don't have Mez defense when I don't have a break free, and that's going to be all she wrote. And I'm so used to playing characters that do have Mez defenses that that I'm probably going to struggle with the ones that don't get them in by default. Wow, I am really sucking on endurance. Some of this is them, but a lot of it is running the toggles. Running both toggles, because each toggle is eating up. Well, this one's not too bad. 0.15 a second. 0.19 a second. It's not terrible. Is the hover killing me? Yeah, hover is killing me too. I guess we'll stay on the ground for now. We're going to need to put reduce endurance in hover. Okay. Blow him back. Don't know if Nocturne's going to be vulnerable to that. Probably not, as an elite boss. Okay. Here we go. She's level -1, so we should be alright. Oh, she's not vulnerable to it. Yeah, I did not realize that hover was that expensive. If she hits me, it's going to be painful. Gotta keep an eye on those inspirations. We're doing okay. Oh. Let's heal up. And the inspirations are getting ready to go. Let's just do them all. We don't want to die. Got her! Wow. I did not realize she was that close to dying. You can knock down. So you can't run from me? Gotcha. So now we have to defeat the sub. This is really stupid, to be honest. Well, we defeated Nocturne. That's not bad, guys. So why do I think this is stupid? Because she can't leave on it. She's already been defeated. Right? So what's the point of blowing up the sub? Alright, let's call Fault Line, and he will give us some more XP and introduce us to Penelope Yin. Alright guys, it is time to level up with Mirror Spirit. So here's the tunnel that I had to go through. And mirror is right over here. And now we level up and get our next primary power. Let's see what she's offering. So static discharge is a cone. Moderate damage. Havoc punch is high damage. I think I like the idea of doing an AoE actually. So these are all ranged attacks. I think we can move that over here. And then we're going to go to Penelope Inn, but let's see, how long have we been on? So this 30 minutes, I think we're going to stop here. We're 18th level, guys. We've never died yet. I'm going to go refill my inspirations and head to Penelope Inn, and I'll see you next time. Until then, I am Scrapperlock, and this has been City of Heroes on the Rebirth server, Iron Man mode.